Hey guys, what's going on? Back again. It's been a long, long time, but I figured I needed to weigh in on some things that have been going on in Bills land. We got the Doug Marrone hiring under our belt. A lot of waiting, a lot of evaluation. Now it's come to free agency, and most notably, the Bills released Ryan Fitzpatrick. Now I don't know how everyone else feels about that. It's a little bit bittersweet to me, because I didn't dislike Ryan Fitzpatrick. In fact, he's a very likable guy. I don't see why anybody would really hate him. I just think his physical skills limited him as a quarterback in the NFL. I feel bad because I got the understanding that he understood, or I got the perception that he understood what he needed to do, what throws needed to be made, how to read defenses, everything like that. He was just limited by his physical abilities and his height, size, arm strength. Like I said, physical abilities. So the Bills neglected to pay him his $3 million roster bonus. They cut him loose. Can't say I didn't expect it. You heard that phone call. If you heard that phone call that was leaked out, Buddy Nix, which, first of all, don't make a big deal out of that. It's stupid. Yes, it's stupid. Okay? But it's just, it kind of got lost in the whole free agency thing, which is good. Like, free agency started that day, so we kind of lost it. But we should be used to getting things intercepted by now. Thank you very much. I'll be here for the next couple minutes. It's not a big deal. But Buddy Nix said that he would be competing largely for a backup role. Excuse me. So I don't really understand why Fitz. We don't know the numbers for sure, but it was like reported around $3 million a year to be a backup. Don't know why he wouldn't take that. Think he can get more on the open market. He said, and even in his post-release interviews, that he thought this was his best place to start, the best chance to start. So now he's visited Tennessee, now he's visited Cincinnati, and we'll see where he ends up. But I wish him the best. It's just time to move on. And moving on we are. Because right now, the starting quarterback on the Bills is Tarvaris Jackson. As of this minute. And he has been for a whole week now, almost. Tarvaris Jackson's a starter. Wow. Are they going to bring a rookie in? Yeah, I think so. I don't know who it's going to be yet. Got to wait for some pro days to clear out, or to finish up, and visits to come in. Geno Smith is going to visit in a couple days. I would be surprised if the Bills didn't visit with Matt Barkley or Ryan Nassib, obviously, even though they already know what they have in him. For obvious reasons, the Syracuse connection. Mike Glennon, maybe. They have options. So we'll see what they want to do. Tyler Wilson. I just think that if you're going to take a quarterback, it's got to be first or second round. It's got to be one of your top 2 picks. Stop hitting me with these 3rd, 4th, mid-round projects. And I know that some of them work, like Russell Wilson, but they're not all like that. You take the best talent available. You don't pass on the top 5 guys because you think you got a diamond in the rough in the 4th round or something. Why? Why would you do that? We'll talk about the draft as it gets closer. It's about a month and 5 weeks away or so right now. I just want, like I said, some of the pro days to unfold before we start talking about that, and then we start figuring out where teams want to go. But right now, as of tonight, I'd be surprised if the Bills didn't take Geno Smith if he was there at 8. I don't think he will be. But I think if he is, hypothetically, the Bills will take him. But that's that. Let's talk a little bit about free agency, because I know you're all freaking out. about how the Bills hadn't been active in free agency, and you're right, they haven't been. And all I wanted was just some sort of rumor or something or anything. And then they finally signed Manny Lawson, who I always acquired in Madden because he was the fastest linebacker in the game. And I don't necessarily hate the move because he's a speed rusher. He might not be able to get off of blocks that well. He wasn't that successful in Cincinnati. Cincinnati ran a 4-3, though, if I'm not mistaken. If we're going to run this 3-4 hybrid type of scenario, we'll see what he can do in that. He was a little bit better in San Francisco. And now I think he's got a chance to sort of turn the page in Buffalo, like Calvin Pace did with the Jets. Calvin Pace wasn't that good in Arizona, was he? You didn't really know who he was. You're like, oh yeah, I think I've heard of him. And then he ended up doing pretty well with the Jets for a couple years there. So maybe because Pettin was there and Rex Ryan. So I think that maybe that they can have similar success with Manny Lawson, especially with Mario Williams, Kyle Williams up front. We'll see. Obviously, the Bills still have holes. Wide receiver, guard, because Levitre got away. Way too much money to pay Levitre. For a team with as many holes as the Bills, couldn't afford to give Levitre that much money. Straight up. Best of luck to you, Andy Levitre. Thank you for your time here. I would rather have Jarris Byrd under a long-term deal. Guards are important, but I think they're more easily replaced than tackles. You got a good thing with Eric Ward. You got a good thing with Craig Urbick at right guard. You got a good thing with Cordy Glenn at left tackle. Chris Hairston maybe at right tackle. Not superb, but there. You know, a guy you can start with relative confidence. So they're gonna need a left guard. Like I said, middle linebacker and wide receiver. Those would probably be the top needs at this point. Don't freak out because they haven't signed anybody yet. Obviously, they're scouting pro days and stuff. They're not holding a lot of free agent visits, and I wish that they were. But I mean, it's the first year. They're trying to get their guys are trying to build through the draft, and I know they only got 6 picks. Maybe they'll try to acquire more, but I'm going to trust that they have an idea of what they're doing, even if it appears that they don't. They want a wide receiver. Like I said, it's going to be a bigger guy. They said they want somebody who can go up and get it, go get the ball. A strong, strong hands, possession wide receiver. So that's not, some little guy like, it was a guy like Dwayne Bowe who signed. I don't know if they would have broke the bank for him, but it doesn't matter at this point. Cordero Patterson maybe in the draft. We'll talk about that as it gets closer, like I said. I'm still a little confused on the linebacker spot myself, because I know you got Shepard and Nigel Bradham. Is he going to play outside? Or is Mario going to be standing up now? I don't understand. You use this term hybrid, and I don't really understand it unless you're talking about a car. Excuse me, battling a little bit of an illness. I don't know what they're trying to do defensively. I'm assuming you're going to see Darius and Williams or Kyle Williams at some sort of nose tackle position. Chris Kelsey retired. He's gone. What's Mark Anderson's role? Bills could definitely use another corner, an aggressive corner. An in-your-face, man-to-man type of corner. I like that they brought back McKelvin. I'm fine with that. Was it 4 years, $17 million, worth up to $20 with incentives? That's not terrible. And everyone's been hard on Aaron Williams. for his first 2 seasons. But mind you, he's only played 1 full season. I believe he played 10 games last year and 6 games his rookie year. So really, he only has 1 game under his belt. So if you mold that all into 1 year, that's 16 games. He's only completed his rookie season, essentially. So we'll see what he does this year. What are the Bills going to do with safety? I want Bernard Pollard. Look, I'm coming up with more holes as we go along here. But does anybody else want Bernard Pollard? The guy's a Patriot killer. He hurt Welker. He hurt Gronkowski. He hurt Brady. He hurt Stephen Ridley. Like, let's get him. Seems like a no-brainer. But they have salary cap to think about. I know they have a lot of salary cap room too. I mean, we're sitting back, sort of waiting for them to make a move. Are they going to bring in another veteran quarterback? No, they got Tavares Jackson right now. Matt Hasselbeck just got released today. That they think, I don't think so. I don't see the point in having 2 veterans like that with a rookie. You want a veteran to compete with a rookie, that's fine. There's holes on this team. They can fill them in the draft. They can still fill them in free agency. They have the money to do it. They have $7 million dead money next year with Fitz, which kind of sucks, but that's the nature of the business. So, let me know what you guys think. If you say Tim Tebow, I'll block you. Just letting you know. If you say it sarcastically, I'll know, and I won't block you. But I want to hear what you guys have to say. Hit me up Twitter, everything, comments, all that stuff. Draft's only 5 weeks away, guys. Free agency is upon us. Let's go, Bills.